Facebook, what is up? Happy Friday. How are you guys doing today? How you're feeling? I hope you're having a good day. This is Kelly Rayalite, and today I wanted to share with you 5 super easy things that you can do to be more sustainable in your life. So these are all 5 things that I do in my everyday life. So they're easy, they're simple, and hopefully this helps those of you out there who want to make a difference in the planet. Hi Daryl, thanks for being on. Hi John, thanks for being here. So today's live was kind of inspired by what's happening in Florida. So how many of you guys have seen the red tide and the situation that's happening here? Anybody? Hi Lance, thanks for being on. Hi Rodney, thanks for being here. Anybody? I have a delay, so my apologies, but I do have a delay on your comments. But I live in Florida, and I've been seeing nonstop posting about the red tide and about what's happening here. And although these solutions are not directly connected to that, I truly believe that if we start to live our lives in a way where we're constantly making an effort to be more eco-conscious and be more eco-friendly, then we're going to see that shift kind of have a domino effect. So let's jump into this. So 5 easy things you can do to reduce your own footprint. And, let me know if you guys do any of this. I'm curious because, like I said, this is all stuff that I do in my personal life. So John says that he's hoping Clearwater is okay for next week. As far as I have personally heard, Clearwater is pretty clear. Most of the red tide's happening further south than that, but don't be surprised if there's some residual stuff. I live about 2 hours from Clearwater, so I'm not exactly sure about that. But okay, number 1, cut down on plastic items. Duh, right? So the biggest way that I actually do this is in grocery stores. So of course, we've all got those reusable bags that we throw in our trunk and totally forget about them. So put them in your front seat so you don't forget about them. But one of the things I started doing years ago is, those the plastic bags that we traditionally put our produce in? Like you put your mangoes or put your bananas, whatever, in those little plastic bags. I've totally eliminated that. That is not a part of my shopping experience at all. And this has been going on now for like 5 years. So it might seem like something super little, but think about how much fruit and vegetables you buy, and each one ends up in a different plastic bag. And then what's the point? You're bringing it home, you're washing it anyway. So it's okay if it touches your shopping cart or if it touches the conveyor belt. Like, really, guys, it touched a lot of things before it got its way onto those produce shelves. So eliminate as much plastic as you can. Stop buying single-serving plastic bottles. A lot of people still buy individual water bottles, still buy individual drink bottles, like those big packages. Stop doing that. If it's something that you drink often, buy yourself a really nice, like a thermos. Yeah, old school thermos or Camelback maybe. But buy yourself a really nice container and fill it up, right? I also look for products that come in glass bottles. So I try to reduce this as much as possible. And of course, just stop using straws. Totally kind of a joke because of all the debate going on with straws, but it does. It makes a big difference. The least amount that you can use is the better. Turning off your lights. Number 2, turn off your lights. If you're not home or you're not using them, why have that on? You're going to reduce your energy consumption this way. And for those of you who have the ability, turn off your outside lights, because the light pollution, so no, it's not like a chemical pollution, but we get light pollution. And that, if you turn off your outdoor lights, it's going to help the wildlife in your area. So you might be thinking, like, how much wildlife is really in your neighborhood? I live in an apartment complex, and I live on a lake. I think you guys have seen it before, but yeah, like, lake is like right there. I see possums, raccoons, I don't know how many birds, there's hawks, there's skinks, there's snakes. So even in this very urban environment, there is wildlife to be concerned with. So I'm sure that many of you live in neighborhoods that have more wildlife. So, turn off your lights. That will help them out a lot. Reduce your water intake. So these things are like super common, but something I stopped doing years ago, leaving the water running while I'm brushing my teeth. So shutting off the water while you're brushing your teeth is going to help overall. And then fix leaky faucets. So you guys can look up the statistics on how much water that actually wastes, but if you've got a faucet that's dripping, each one of those drips is going to start to accumulate, and it's really a waste of water. And also, don't leave your shower running while you go and do 12 things preparing to get in. Just turn on the shower when you're ready to get in. So all that's going to help. Community cleanup. Anywhere that you go, pick up a piece of trash. If you see trash on the floor, pick it up. Don't get concerned with, oh, who threw that there, or who would do something like that. It doesn't matter. So I actually learned this from being a Universal Studios employee. So thank you, Universal. But at Universal, we have a policy that if you see any trash on the floor, you pick it up. So I was an entertainment coordinator for like 5 years at Universal. So I started the habit there, but wherever I go now, if I see trash, just pick it up and find a receptacle and throw it away. So it really does help a lot. And then switching to sustainable fabrics. So this is something that I just recently started doing, but I'm switching over all of my jeans, all of my leggings, all of my t-shirts, everything that I can. I'm switching it to more sustainable choices. Of course, for me, that means hemp. So hemp cotton, or not hemp cotton, the fabric that's made from hemp is extremely soft. And not just that, but there's been a lot of studies showing that let me think about what I'm trying to say this. So the production of hemp fashion, so actually growing and producing hemp fashion, it actually gives a carbon negative footprint. So there is more carbon, sorry, I'm trying to read my notes, and I wrote it like totally wrong, so I can't remember what I was thinking when I actually wrote this, but basically, hemp is carbon neutral or carbon negative, so it cleans the soil. So the production of hemp fabric is going to pull toxins out of the environment, and it's going to leave it better than it was before. So if you're able to make a switch over to hemp fabrics, not only are you going to enjoy that extra softness against your skin, they're 98% UV friendly. The fabric lasts for years and years and years. It's really, really awesome. So, but you're also going to be helping the environment quite a bit. Cotton is one of the dirtiest things to produce. It has a lot of waste associated with it. So if we can start switching over to hemp-based, it's going to make a big difference. And actually, we just got hemp leggings for my ladies out there in my online store. So I put in my order for those. I'm waiting for them to release the jeans because I really, really, really want hemp jeans. Right now, they're only available for men. But yeah, so I love hemp fashion and fabric and everything to do with that industry. So part of why I am in the industrial hemp space is because being eco-friendly and reducing my footprint is super important to me. So I hope that you guys found value in this. I hope you found something helpful. And let me know, do you guys do any of this? Are you going to try any of this stuff? I'd love to know what you think and if you found anything at all value of what I'm saying. So if you want more tips like this, we're actually going to be talking more about hemp fabric today inside of the Hemp School. But if you want to know more, feel free to get in touch with me or just search for the Hemp School. You can add us there and we have more in-depth conversations. So thank you guys so much for your attention and your presence. I appreciate you. I love sharing energy with you guys, and I hope you have a great weekend. So I will talk to you soon. Bye.